Haaland, beating Kane, Mbappé for Golden Boot a big test. Manchester City striker Erling Haaland has revealed he's feeling the burden from rivals Harry Kane and Kylian Mbappé in the race to be Europe's top goalscorer. The Norway international was on song against Brentford to take his total for the season to 9, but accepts the battle to win the top prize will be fierce. Don't forget Mbappé as well. He had a great start as well. They're doing amazing, so I need to keep up. I have never felt better than I do now, Haaland told the media. It is about preparation, getting ready for the games. You can be physically ready, but you need to be mentally ready. With a kid it makes me even better because I disconnect more than ever. I don't think about football at all. When you are young you think of this and that and maybe worry about things, but when I get home I relax even more. I think I need to give a shout out to my son. This for me, this goal is top. This was one of my better goals for me because of the whole thing. Jack Grealish sends Thomas Tuchel message with last-minute winner after England snub. Jack Grealish was snubbed by Thomas Tuchel when he announced his England team on Friday. And 2 days later he showed what they're missing. Grealish was part of an Everton side that beat Crystal Palace, ending their undefeated streak and becoming the final Premier League to be beaten this season. The Manchester City loanee netted the winner, days after he was snubbed by Tuchel for the latest England squad. First of all, you want to play well for your club because that's what we do every week, but obviously you want to be in the England squad, he said ahead of the clash. But I do understand it. I spoke to the manager and I understand there's a lot of competition, especially in that left wing spot at the moment. Marcus Rashford, flying, Eberechi, Anthony Gordon, everyone's doing so well. I can't really complain. It is what it is and hopefully I can keep performing and influencing games. Grealish wasn't the only star who was left out of Tuchel's squad for England's friendly with Wales and World Cup qualifier with Latvia. Explaining his decision, Tuchel said, "We're building the best team. Do you have proof of that? It doesn't count what we did in the last camp? I have proof that last camp was our best camp. I stick with the squad. Don't you think that behavior on the bench, support from the bench, support from training, the competition, the togetherness enables the 11 to play like they played? I strongly believe that. I felt it in Belgrade, behind me on the bench. It's not against Phil, it's not against Jack, it's not against Jude. Even if you can turn it around and say it is not. It is for the guys who were in camp and who performed at this kind of level." Arsenal star Bukayo Saka desperate to make England impression as he prepares for Thomas Tuchel link-up. Arsenal star Bukayo Saka is desperate to impress Thomas Tuchel as he earned his England call-up ahead of the upcoming international matches. Tuchel announced his 24-member Three Lions roster on Friday as he left out several top players, including Real Madrid's Jude Bellingham, Manchester City's Phil Foden and City loanee Jack Grealish, who has regained his form after joining Everton on loan. Saka desperate to impress Tuchel. Saka has represented England in just one game since Tuchel took charge of the national team in January this year. The Arsenal star missed the March and September matches due to a hamstring injury, but has now returned to action for the Gunners and has also earned a Three Lions call-up. The winger is determined to catch the head coach's eye with consistent performances in their upcoming international friendly against Wales, followed by a World Cup qualifier against Latvia 5 days later. "I've missed a lot of fixtures under Thomas Tuchel." Speaking to reporters ahead of his link-up with Tuchel, Saka said, "I'm really happy to be back playing for England. I've missed a lot of fixtures under Thomas Tuchel, which I'm not happy with, a lot of them due to injuries. I'm really happy that I get a chance to come back to St. George's Park and train with the team, play with the team. I'm looking forward to it." Saka regaining form. After being hit by yet another injury setback at the start of the 2025-26 campaign, Saka is slowly picking up form as he scored in the Gunners' latest victory over West Ham at the Emirates Stadium this weekend. He has now 3 goals in 7 appearances across all competitions. Saka scored on his 200th Premier League appearance. The match against the Hammers was Saka's 200th Premier League appearance for the Gunners, as he became only the second player in history, after Arsenal icon Thierry Henry, to score in the landmark game. Cody Gakpo makes honest Liverpool admission after late Chelsea defeat. "We know that." Liverpool forward Cody Gakpo offered an honest assessment of his side's defeat against Chelsea, with Estevao scoring late on at Stamford Bridge to win the points. Liverpool winger Cody Gakpo was honest in his assessment of the Reds' defeat against Chelsea, admitting that losing a third game on the spin for the first time under Arne Slot is not good enough. "It's difficult to take," Gakpo said live on Sky Sports. "I think obviously we play against a really good team. First half, they scored an amazing goal. but I think it was level. Second half we fight really hard for the equalizer and we played a little better than them, but they were dangerous on the counter. To concede last minute is hard to take. Estevao popped up at the far post deep into stoppage time to send the points the way of the Blues. Gakpo, earlier in the half, had pulled Liverpool level when he smashed home a shot from close range after being teed up by Alexander Isak. "I don't want to say low on confidence," Gakpo said. "I understand what you mean. In this time, the things don't fall our way. Maybe 5 games ago, they did fall our way. This is part of football. We have to take it on our chests and keep on fighting. We have to keep pushing." Cody Gakpo drew Liverpool level in the second half. When you play at a club this big, it's normal when you lose 3 games in a row that it's not good enough. We know that as players. We are very much aware of the situation. We know what to do, which is going back to the winning ways. I think somehow we couldn't keep the momentum. We have to analyze how and why. We had momentum, and if we kept pushing at that time we could score for 2-1, but somehow we lost it and they gained strength again. They pushed us back on the counter and they scored the winning goal in the last minute. Liverpool's players will now head on international break, with a pause in domestic soccer perhaps coming at a good time for them to regroup. The first match back is against Manchester United at Anfield. "We were the dominant team, but in the last 10 to 15 minutes it was end-to-end," Arne Slot said. "Both teams could have scored. Both teams arrived a lot of times at the 18-yard line. These are the margins that don't fall for us at the moment. We have to work harder to not rely on these margins. As I said, Chelsea, Palace away, these are also teams that ask you a lot of questions." Ibrahima Konate injury concern. Alarm bells for Arne Slot. Cody Gakpo makes honest Liverpool admission after late Chelsea defeat. "We know that. Ibrahima Konate was subbed off before 90 minutes for the 4th time this season, and Arne Slot has revealed that there was an injury concern for the centre-back. The Frenchman was withdrawn from the defeat at Chelsea in the 56th minute, and it saw Slot shift Ryan Gravenberch to centre-back for the remainder of the match. It was the 4th time Konate has not seen out the full match in the Premier League this season, but this time concerns over his fitness forced Slot's hand. It was to do with fitness. He felt his quad a little bit, Slot told Sky Sports after the match. Then alarm bells go off with me. But if the game had gone on like this, I would have made the change as well, maybe a bit later, but I did not want to take the risk as they pressed us with the left winger. It wasn't a coincidence that when Ryan started to play there we got more and more into the game and created more problems for Chelsea." Slot later added in his press conference, "I don't know if it is a big injury. He limped a little bit. I asked him and he felt his quad. It might be okay that he went off early enough." As per the Mail's Lewis Steele, Konate went straight down the tunnel after he came off the pitch and seemed to have a grimace on his face. Konate has played the 4th most minutes of any Liverpool player this season, 746, despite questions over his form, with the defender persisted with while Joe Gomez remains unused. The No. 5 was called up to represent France during the international break, and a withdrawal from the squad would confirm an issue that could impact his availability for Liverpool. The first game back is against Man United on October 19th at Anfield, a match that starts another run of 7 games in 22 days, which the Reds are already without a listen for. Former Chelsea player criticizes what he saw Mohamed Salah doing at Stamford Bridge for Liverpool. Liverpool were undone by a late winner once again as Chelsea win 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. It was a difficult opening 45 minutes for Arne Slot's side as a Moises Caicedo stunner was too much for the debuting Georgi Mamardashvili. An equalizer from Cody Gakpo, cleverly assisted by Alexander Isak, right in front of the keeper, boosted the confidence of the side. Everything fell apart when Estevao Willian finished a brilliant Chelsea move to take the win for the London team. Mohamed Salah was one of the Liverpool players who fans were not pleased with after his overall performance. Pat Nevin says Mohamed Salah is not working hard enough. Salah was once again not in his usual form for the club, with a few missed chances and just not being able to influence the game in his usual way. The former Chelsea player turned pundit Pat Nevin was one of those critical of the Egyptian for his performance in the first half, where the Reds went 1-0 down. Nevin singled out the star for not working hard enough on the right flank to try and get his team back into the game. Speaking to BBC Sport, he explained, "Salah has done very little. He is not even chasing back. That's the way he plays and maybe he has to, because when you need explosive power, he could go and score 2 goals and then he's done the right thing. So far there is nothing coming from there. In the Premier League, you do need everyone working hard, and with the best will in the world, that is not Salah these days." Mohamed Salah is still not getting enough service. One of the key issues with the team and Salah performing so poorly is the fact that the Reds have been focusing on the left flank for their line of attack. The issue with the reduced service for Salah is down to the lack of a Trent Alexander-Arnold type figure down at right back to dictate play. As there have been multiple changes in that position, it has been hard for it to be used as effectively as it once was, and especially as the three current choices all bring a slightly different style. While Jeremy Frimpong would seem like the best fit, he acts more like a winger, so it does not work with both him and Salah playing together. Again, it is a question of balance with this Liverpool team more than anything else, and it needs to be sorted quickly. Florian Wirtz emotional as messages flood in amid Liverpool struggles. Florian Wirtz has been sent a number of touching messages from his loved ones as the Liverpool star opened up on his challenging start to life at Anfield. Liverpool star Florian Wirtz watches video messages from his loved one in a feature interview with Sky Sports. Florian Wirtz has made a heartfelt confession following numerous supportive messages from his nearest and dearest during a difficult beginning to his Liverpool journey. The German midfielder is still waiting for his first goal or assist in the Premier League and has faced criticism in certain quarters regarding his displays as Arne Slot's revamped team continues to find its rhythm. Whilst the defending Premier League title holders haven't been at their peak, they enter the concluding round of matches before the October international window sitting proudly at the summit. Nevertheless, they've also endured intense examination following consecutive losses to Crystal Palace and Galatasaray. The Merseysiders will be eager to respond when they travel to Chelsea on Saturday evening. Prior to the fixture, Sky Sports unveiled an exclusive feature film with Wirtz as the German viewed various clips chronicling his journey thus far from his family and friends, including both his mother and father. Following the segment, everyone who participated delivered personal words to Wirtz. Upon viewing them, the attacking midfielder confessed to feeling moved. It's special and will always be special when you hear so many great things about yourself from people who you admire and respect so much and share so many good moments with them, he remarked. It's good to hear. You feel directly that your heart is working. It's nice to hear. Yeah, I felt emotional. Especially in the end for the personal messages. It was really nice and I was surprised who made it into the video. But all of them have to be there because these are all people who I shared a lot of great memories with. These are people who I will never forget, so I'm really grateful. Wirtz's mom, Karen, expressed her hopes for his English language development, whilst his dad, Hans, revealed his desire for his son to build strong relationships with everyone at Liverpool. I know it's sometimes difficult for him to understand the English language at the speed it's spoken, Karen said. So my wish for him is that he soon understands everyone he speaks to well and always has the appropriate answer ready. Meanwhile, Hans said, I can only wish and hope that he works well there, tries hard to learn a lot, and further strengthens the joy among the people there and has a good dialogue with teammates, the people and the fans in Liverpool. Wirtz has struggled so far at Liverpool. Wirtz's longest-standing childhood mate, Oliver Hall, also featured in the piece and delivered an emotional message expressing his pride in the German. I'm really, really proud of you. I hope you know that, he said. I miss you and I'm really excited to see you again in maybe a few weeks. See you, bro. Additionally, Wirtz's former school team manager and one of his FC Köln youth coaches both offered their best wishes for his time at Liverpool. Florian, I wish you all the best in Liverpool, expressed his former school coach, Roland Schwiekard. I am very sure you will make a great job there. I watch every game. Do the best. In addition, his previous FC Köln coach, Marcus Dawn, conveyed, I want to give you big hugs to Liverpool. I wish you the maximum of success in your career in Liverpool. I will be there, hopefully in the next few weeks. The boss always remains the same, you know that. Take care and regards to everyone. Martin Heck, another one of his FC Köln youth coaches, also participated in the feature as he sent an uplifting message to Wirtz. Please stay healthy, stay as you are, Heck advised. You're doing a great job and keep your smiling and your cheeky way on the pitch and no one can stop you. Simon Rolfs, Bayer Leverkusen's managing director of sport, echoed such sentiments after selling Wirtz to Liverpool in a £116 million deal this summer. Florian, stay as you are, with this joy to play football every day, with this hunger to win, this hunger to work hard as well and play how you express yourself on the pitch, he encouraged. That's a great joy for everybody. Enzo Maresca, Liverpool may not fully recover from Diogo Jota's death. Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca doubts whether Liverpool's players will ever fully recover from the loss of Diogo Jota. The death of Jota at the age of 28 in July following a road accident was a painful reminder for Maresca of when his Sevilla teammate Antonio Puerta died suddenly of a cardiac arrest 18 years ago. Puerta, a wingback who had won one cap for Spain, collapsed during a La Liga game against Getafe in August 2007 and died 3 days later in hospital. Maresca had also been on the pitch at the time. 3 months earlier the pair had played together as Sevilla retained the UEFA Cup, defeating Espanyol on penalties in the final. Puerta hit the winning kick in the shootout, a year after lifting the trophy for the first time by beating Middlesbrough. A year ago, Maresca spoke of the pain of returning to the Olympic Stadium in Athens for Chelsea's Conference League game against Panathinaikos, the same ground where Sevilla had played a postponed Champions League qualifier a week after the death of his teammate. The game against AEK Athens had originally been scheduled for the day that Puerta died. As such, the Italian is all too aware of what Saturday's opponents Liverpool are going through. "It's difficult," he said. "It's also difficult to explain because there is no solution. You have just to deal with it. You cannot be better again." Maresca, who was a senior member of the Sevilla team in 2007, has stayed in contact with Puerta's parents ever since. "You arrive at the training ground. You can imagine the changing room is more or less like this room. You arrive and you see that place empty where every day there was your teammate. It's very sad," he said. "After 20 years, it's the only thing I can say." A visibly emotional Maresca then asked that there be no more questions on the subject.